Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. Have you ever heard of a performer by the name of REN?
I have seen the name on a festival, but I don't think I've ever heard the performer.
Okay, cool. Let's jump into a REN video and you can let me know what you think. So I don't know if he did see REN's name at a festival, but what it does mean is maybe he heard it somewhere. He's trying to piece it all together. But by the end of this, he's going to know who REN is, and that's going to be great. If we don't know who Brent Brito is, I'll tell you guys. He's a sound engineer. Brent's worked for Paul McCartney, Carole King, The Beach Boys, Living Colour, Andrew Dice Clay, Milli, Vanilli, INXS, Mary Chapin, Carpenter, Jennifer Hudson, Brian McKnight, Dream Theater, Blink-182, Unwritten Law, Strata, Off by One, Saliva, Sevendust, and Kool in the Gang. I think you guys will enjoy the episode. He's a good dude. I also want to thank the people at Still Austin. If you watch my podcast regularly, you know I totally dig their products, and they've been sending me each one to try. This is new. It's their high rye bourbon whiskey that they just came out with. I urge you to give it a go. StillAustin.com. Thank you guys for thinking of me still. I really do genuinely love your spirits. I think they're awesome. Let's jump into this together and let's see what my friend Brent has to say about REN. So this is REN. REN, I'm going to say is a bro, but I think I just say that because he's a younger guy and I think he's really cool. I love what he's doing with his life and his career. I really find him an inspiration, to be perfectly honest with you. So there's a pretty big setup, Brent. You can still say you don't like him if you want, but I clearly do. I'm going to say this was his breakout video. He's been around for a while. He actually was a street busker, so he's put in his time, but this video hit YouTube hard, and it's really popular right now, and I think for good reason, but I'm intrigued to see what you think. So I'll play this for you, and you can let me know what you think.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Brent. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
What do you think?
That was real good.
Yeah?
Pretty moving there at the end.
Yeah, it's a powerful performance for certain. So ranging from Paul McCartney to, oh gosh, we'll say Kool in the gang. Where does REN fit in? Have you worked for acts? What I mean is, have you worked for acts where to me, he's a different cog in the wheel. This is a little bit innovative. It's a bit different. And I imagine you would think so is Kool in the gang when they first came out. It's before our time, but when they first came out. So what would you say? Where would REN fit into the musical structure of things?
Well, I think he fits in with today's thinking and process of this today's generation. It's very thinky, and that's where a lot of kids are these days, just because they're fed with so much information on the constant that their brains are just wired that way. Where ours weren't. We had other things to think about,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Cool. But we liked his performance.
It was real good, real good.
Good, man.
I'd like to see him live for sure.
So he did do a live set. He actually did this track in it. What's interesting is because this is so much, it's just him and his guitar. The live one actually sounds very, very similar because it's really just him performing. And then, you're a sound guy, I'm not, but there's not really any effects going on his voice or his guitar. Mm-hmm. And I love that kind of music. I like the stripped down. I want to hear how talented you are, like not how talented the producer is.
Exactly. So, yes. Sir.
Yeah.
He was really good at that classical guitar too. That really intrigued me. That caught me. That caught me for the rest of the time, because that's a pretty hard instrument to play. You can't really fake that. That's not a drum machine,
Well, you had said in the last one you played guitar, so I was like, oh, I got a Kool one. Yes, so I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad you appreciate him. I think he's a really up and coming talent. He's coming out with his new album soon. It's his first album, I think I'm right. Don't be mad at me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think so. So anyway, we'll support him in that. So let's jump into something completely different. Have you heard of a band by the name of Love Bites out of Japan?
I have not.
Okay, so let's jump into that together. We'll change the vibe up a bit, and you can let me know what you think of them. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.